Football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. And
the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Charles Harris in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Charles Harris in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Robert Quinn in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out come the Dolphins now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there. Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Let's go, 14. Shotgun.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's able to find Diggs. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there. It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam. Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy. He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in. And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Let's just do me. Let's just do me.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Let's go 14.
On first down, Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Brandon Graham coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
19.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back to Miami after this. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Yellow. Move. Two.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Rhino! 2. Black, you 2.
First down, here's Cousins. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
Listen to me. Gun.
On play action, Cousins flushed out right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play fake, Cousins. And he's got Lockett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver who has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Through. Hey, Clipper. Yellow. He's in there. Yellow. We're going.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Cousins now. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. They go play action. Cousins. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
14. Shotgun.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we've come upon halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendency.
And the ball is knocked out. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Second down, Cousins. Flush to his right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Odell Beckham, 94 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go on the ground. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
36 power.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow. 50. Done.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Shoot. Go ahead. Rhino. Yellow. Gun.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Dumps it complete to Miller. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
A Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, 14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the pitch goes to Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to... The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Now Cousins. Flushed out right. The catch made by Miller. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Let's go.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Robert Quinn in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I love that. It helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught. Stills, right side. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
So they have the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Cousins. And he's got Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Cousins to throw. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Go ahead.
Cousins here to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked up.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Brandon, sometimes just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain.